hang on a minute, we've got physical evidence. This is not blinking lights and, strange eyewitnesses and hypnosis or whatever. This is solid. It happened back in January 1983. Something hit trees during the night near a village called Llanilla, which is just outside Aberystwyth in mid Wales. So he went and had a look in the woods, and sure enough, they got 6 pieces of metal and 2 pieces of a substance looking like foil.
Oh, that's a fantastic story. 100% congratulations to the farmer who actually found the material in the woods that the MOD had failed to retrieve. I think I know exactly what the material is. The samples look exactly like the stuff I've seen. The stuff on the back is actually glue. It's a metamaterial stealth skin covering for a stealth fighter, which must have hit the trees and shed some of its very friable stealth metamaterial radar redirection microwave attenuating skin. What am I talking about? Today, let me tell you why it's not alien and why it's made in Basingstoke. Hey, and welcome back on my quest to explain to you the weaponization of physics and why we are puppets living in a society now with magicians who are using physics and material science to pull the wool over our eyes. And this is exactly what the farmer found amazingly in his field in Aberystwyth. So what did he find? Well, he found a skin of an aircraft, or bits of a skin of an aircraft that must have broken off when it hit the trees. It might have been some kind of drone. I don't know why it was flying so low and why it was actually near Aberystwyth, but there are airfields nearby. It was probably crossing the Atlantic and misjudged the height. It was really low. Bad luck, pilots. So was it an alien material? No, it was built by humans, probably in England. It's very important and secret material that dates right back to the 19th century. Let me explain. Here's my foam ball. Actually, this is a metamaterial. Have you ever noticed that submarines are covered with rubber tiles? That was probably the first material that did something. When sound bounces off a rubber submarine, bonk, it's redirected and spread out all around the submarine, stopping the sonar bouncing back and revealing its position. And that's relatively easy to do. Imagine a world where you could do the same with radar. So you've got your airplane flying along, a radar beam comes and hits it and bounces back, revealing its position. But if the radar energy could hit the skin of the aircraft and be scattered in all directions. Now, it's really important to say it's not absorbed, it's just redirected. And that's done by something called a metamaterial. A metamaterial doesn't actually care what it's made from, it's the shape. It has to redirect and bounce around the right frequencies, whether it's sound, whether it's microwaves, and today, whether it's visible light. It can be made of rubber, it can be made of carbon fiber, and in the 1960s, they discovered a material called airalloy. Oh, I've just recently talked about airalloy as the material used to build these vacuum drone craft, and it's the same. It was probably invented in the 1930s. It's metallic foam. Aluminum is perfect. In a process where you can foam up metal with a gas, remove the gas and leave all these tiny holes and bubbles inside a foamy aluminium, it's vital that the size of the cavities you leave are exactly the frequency of the energy that it's going to redirect. Just as a glass of water would bend light, this bends microwaves. And that's exactly the material that was developed in the UK way back in the 1960s. So this material that the guy found in his field isn't something new, it's just secret. And by 1983, it was common to coat an aircraft skin with this airalloy foamy radar absorbing skin. In 1983, it was actually quite fragile and had to be treated very carefully. It was often glued onto an aluminum substrata, which is the aircraft, and you don't ding it, because if you ever ding a foam, it changes its shape. Well, it's got a ding in it. So radar energy might then use that ding to bounce back. You want it to be perfect. And they tested it at the end of runways on these radar cross-section test poles, where they bounce radar beams off the material and see how good it works. It was very fragile and needed to be babied. The early stealth fighter had to be kept in air-conditioned and heated hangars because both the material had to be very smooth, and also the glue, this hexagonal glue that you're seeing on his sample, well done for finding it, tended to peel off. So today it's now built into the aircraft. But absolutely, hand on microphone, what this guy found in Aberystwyth in Wales is a bit of Britain, a bit of British weaponization of material science, the weaponization of physics. Brilliantly made a material that redirects radar energy to make your aircraft disappear. It's not alien. It was developed by smart British material scientists for many years, probably originally by the Ministry of Defence laboratories, and then by Marconi and British Aerospace Systems. I still don't know why it hit the trees. But now the truth, hopefully for you, is out there.